Real-time operating systems are critical to embedded systems, and having the proper support is very important. So, Bill, could you tell us a little bit about RTOSX, what it is, and why it's important?
Thanks, Bill. Thanks for having me today. RTOSX came out of necessity. In 2023, Microsoft put ThreadX into the open source, and that was great for a lot of people, but a lot of people needed support. And so we, PX5, set up a subsidiary company called RTOSX, dedicated to the support of ThreadX legacy customers.
Since it is open source, everybody can potentially have access to it. But why do they need additional support now that it's out there for everybody to play with?
Well, that's a good question, Bill. The ThreadX code base, which include FileX, GUIX, NetX Duo, and USBX, all the X's in the world, apparently, that's about over 2 million lines of code. So, invariably, there's lots of issues, lots of support questions. And so there's lots of our old customers that contacted us to, get support in place.
What about those people that need to certify their products? Can they be using this version?
Yes, there's some amount of certification, legacy certification available from the Eclipse Foundation. We set up a new version of the products, or an alternative version of the products derived from the open source, but refactored with all the issues fixed, and then also infused with some of the things we do on PX5 RTOS. And then we took that through certification. So now there's a new alternative to ThreadX that's fully certified, that kind of meets our old customers' needs in a proprietary commercial offering.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the PX5 RTOS. What are the similarities and differences from a developer's perspective?
Well, the big thing with PX5 is we adopted the POSIX pthread API standard. So instead of another proprietary RTOS like ThreadX, PX5 is based on POSIX pthreads. So code written for an embedded Linux platform, a lot of it, as long as it's pthread API, will transfer right over to the RTOS, or the other way around. Same thing with the network stack, a BSD socket API, file system embedded Linux file system API. So in the new products, we adopted industry standard APIs implemented natively with the best of technology in the RTOS world, but with standard interfaces. The things we're doing on RTOSX are solely set up to help old ThreadX customers, legacy customers, or customers that are just stuck with that API, because there is a certain lock-in with proprietary APIs.
So obviously, new customers will probably want to go with the PX5 RTOS. What are some of the advantages for that, in addition to the standard API? For example, certification, support. How does that mix in?
Yeah, the PX5 RTOS, is basically, all the good stuff with ThreadX, but better. So a little bit smaller, a little bit faster. It has the functional safety certification as well. And then we also have technology like pointer data verification, where we can hash function pointers, return addresses on stacks, the object control blocks, the metadata between allocated memory. We can hash these things and check them in runtime, for any possible corruption. And then if there is something, then we can alert the user right away and have them mitigate it.
Well, thanks for filling us in on two great RTOSes.